A new heir. Freya. They're changing their minds. At least it's not Stirkar anymore. Vilvas of Gardariki hired them. Who are you fighting? He's free! And immediately fighting the White Rus. They're going after Luki. And they would win. Oh, no. Gardariki's actually got a lot more troops now. Plus the Holy Order. Well, now that you're free, how about that possible alliance? I feel like that claimant negative is too high. It depends on how much they actually want that territory. And also there should be a positive bonus for family members, I think. Because this is for his good, it's not for my good. More like the boulder that rolls instead of the mountain that walks. Yeah, basically. Raided? Raided? No, it's not around here, it's fine. It's not my land. Voldemar was slain during the Battle of Cressy, eh? Baroness Antoinette. First Cressy, then Antoinette. What are we, France? Yeah, I'm not going to fight to defend you anymore. I've done my bit. If you weren't able to carry the rest, that's on you. Beta has been swayed. That's positive enough. Okay, let's go and sway the Chancellor. Actually, who is the next highest intrigue? Actually, let's sway the Marshal. 91% chance of success, that's more like it. Child benefits from spouse's tutelage. My daughter, Eldla, is more likely to receive a good education. Speaking of educations, are there any educations that we need to do? No. Seeing if there was anyone I actually needed to imprison, but I don't think so. Oh, we could have a feast. Of course we should have a feast. Let's have a feast. Send out the invitations. We shall celebrate the fact that I lost my leg by eating legs of pork. Yes, pork. The guests are gathered in the Great Hall. Lords and ladies from near and far reaches the realm. Do we have ransom? Oh, we do. Good point. Demand conversion. 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 A feast in my house. I did everything I could, ensuring that Zilvik and Queen Beta could be as far away from each other as possible. Silich, why do I know that name? Oh, you're my sister. Okay. It was not enough, and now they've come to blows, in the middle of my feast. One of the guards is close to the brawl and looks to me for an order to intervene. I mean, this would be a rather quick fight. Throw Beta out to cool off, or restrain Zillik until they calm down. Oh, we're definitely protecting the Queen. Like, she has to put up with so much. Restrain Zillich. Feast all over my new shirt. We could all tell that Countess Gida had had too much to drink, even though she insisted on showing us how sober she was. So, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I gained 10 stress, only. Because I'm drunk. Ha! What a show you put on. 20 stress because I'm arrogant. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. This is how you actually drink. My guests depart. Gain opinion with them all. Okay, so that may actually help with my inheritance. How old are you now? You're 15. I'm going to need to decide what to do with you soon. Depending on how educated you are, I guess. That's another daughter. So we still only have the one son, which is him. We can always change our vote later, but I do think that we need to be voting for... Actually, no, I'm still voting for my brother, and I still think that's the best option. Whoa, Vladimir is growing pretty big. 9,000 soldiers. What religion are they? They're Cabarite. Interesting. Cabarite is having a great game. It's going to be really fascinating what happens when the Mongols arrive. Whether Cabarite can survive that, because they're fairly unified. Oh dear, White Rus have more troops now. Aletta comes of age. All efforts have come to naught, however. Hardly studious, she at least managed to memorize certain choice quotes from the classics. So she's an insightful thinker, so you are definitely looking like somebody I marry off for an alliance or something. So let's see, alliance power, who's up? Moldaha's kingdom. That actually seems like a good match. Canon Bruno is in the far south. I mean, if I wanted to really go for Africa, we could do that. But I think Moldavia is a good choice. Done. Now we have an alliance with Moldavia. Whoa, this guy looks like a badass. Yeah, we would be good buddies. We're both a beast. We're both gluttonous. We're both drunkards. This guy is just me. Except he's greedy and paranoid instead of lazy and arrogant. He's just the Moldavian version of Realas. Sturkar is again. I don't want this kingdom going to Sturkar. Although, actually, who's Sturkar's heir? Cecilia. No, they have different heirs. Huh. How's my health? Still fine. %. Infiltrators. Come to my attention that some local commoners are moving to Madia, the capital of my marshal, Gudfred. Make sure you're heard. Now, do I feel like I've swayed him enough? No, because he's on +1. Definitely need to keep swaying. Oh, you know what I could be doing during this day? Oh no, I can't raid, because we're at war! 3 years. Oh, you know what's going to happen? I'm not going to be able to adopt feudalism because we're at war. I bet you that's going to happen. It doesn't say, but I bet it's a thing that's going to appear. Be like, you're at war. Actually, somebody I should sway is the physician. We'll do that once this one's finished. I wonder how you communicate with your marshal in Africa. I suspect that he's actually in Frisia. He just rules over a land in Africa. So it's more, how does he communicate with his homeland? Administrator, here we go. Unlock. Alright, so I feel like this guy could really benefit from some more diplomacy. He's a drunkard, he's a glutton. What are those things? They're very social. Eat dinners with other people. Big, long pub sessions. I'm surprised he's not a reveller. That's something we're going to have to work on, is making him into a reveller. So I think we're going to switch to the diplomacy lifestyle. Because these are just not very useful for us. Avaricious. I mean, Architect is pointless because we can't build anything. Avaricious. Actually, Architect's not pointless because we're going to be feudal soon. That's a good point. We actually want to get cutting corners as soon as possible to make construction costs cheaper. No, we're staying stewarding. We'll make him a great architect. Oh dear, Gardariki is being hemmed in. They just can't catch a break. Ever since we conquered Gardariki, they've just been falling apart. At least they're the right religion. Well, they're not going to be the right religion, because Cabaret's going to take over. Really need to get an alliance with Gardariki, just so I can protect them. Eskil died. After all of that effort to sway him to my side, he just dies? Bah. Ooh, we have 2 really good diplomats. In fact, we have multiple really good diplomats. Unfortunately, none of you are any good at intrigue. Are either of you? 6, 12. Okay, you're not terrible. And you would at least be as good a steward. So let's switch Guillaume. And he also really likes us, so that's a good move. And Guillaume is a religious follower. Yeah, Guillaume would be a really good spy master. I don't think he'd go after us because we're quite well liked by the religion. Then the new steward. Oh man, Countess Estefano is really strong. 13, 16, 14, 12, 38. 38 learning. Well, she's 68. A shrewd theologian. Miracle worker, astute intellectual. Good grief. I backed the wrong horse. It was either her or my current physician. And she's just a 24. Is that even higher than Leto was? I have a feeling that Leto made it to 40. I can't remember though. Did he? Okay, steward. I think has to be Aquilia. We're just particularly bad at stewarding. Thankfully, the king's quite good. And then the other powerful vassal, unfortunately, is the Countess of Zeeland, which we really need to do something about now. We've still not found anything bad about her. Is it a special intrigue mission where you can intrigue against particular people? You can fabricate hooks. Find secrets may also fabricate hooks. I mean, I'm not doing it for this character, I just want to know for the future. Leto did get into the 40s, yeah, that's what I thought. Well, the problem is this Chancellor is just not good at anything else, and she's also a powerful vassal, so I need to keep her happy. And she is a Jarl. And this amazing diplomat is also the diplomat that we want to get rid of. Because she's the Countess of Zeeland, which is her. I just don't know how to do this because we can't fabricate stuff on her. 45% chance of imprisoning. And if we fail that, then we'll be fighting Sigrid, Guillaume, and Hafred. Murdering her won't help. We'll just go to her son. And she's got 3 sons. No, 3 sons. That's a bit too much murder for somebody who's not very good at murder. Oh, that's not me. That's the other realis. How do I lose the leg? Gout. Yeah. That's definitely something I want to see in the future, is the ability to search for secrets on people. In the same way that you can sway or you can murder, I want it to be an intrigue ability. Search for secret. Not just realm-wide, but targeted. Dig up dirt. Call it that. I really want this county. How am I going to do this? I think I've basically got to imprison you. Unfortunately, I don't think that any of the councillor abilities increase your imprisonment chance. Like it used to be. In CK2 there was a councillor ability which allowed you to imprison more likely. It was a martial ability. Remove county corruption. Improve or find new commanders. Oh, that reduces maintenance. Men-at-arms maintenance. That's very... I did not realise that. Train commanders also reduces men-at-arms maintenance costs. Good to know. Levy size, garrison size, reinforcement rate. Find secrets. 60% chance of finding a secret. Support schemes. Does imprison count as a scheme? Can't your spy master do that? Targeted at the county. You can't target the county. You target characters. And no. So hostile scheme is indeed imprison. So if we support schemes with you to imprison you, that's still only 45%. That hasn't changed. See if it ticks over at the end of the month. Yeah, see, murder is a scheme, imprison isn't. It happens or it doesn't. How many more years until feudalism? 8 months. So that's a bit of a pointless one at the moment. This is just so risky. This is either going to give me a county or tear my realm apart. And this is a war against Jarls. It would be against Sigrid, Guillaume, Gelre, Frisia, and Brabant. It's all the Dutch ones. I don't really want to save scum this. If it fails, it fails. I'll still save it though, it's a good idea. Masonic Dealings, a guild of stonemasons, has established itself in the Kingdom of Bologna. Having dedicated craftsmen to my personal service could help the region flourish. Strike a deal with the Chief Mason. We have a 92% chance of a good or a great deal. Because we're a great steward. The leader of the Masons seemed reluctant to strike any deal, until I pointed out how much it would benefit us. We got a good one. Cooperative stonemasons. Construction cost reduced for 20 years. That's what I like to see. Yeah, the Earl of Frisia is very powerful. He can raise 1,000 men. Gelderland can raise 600. Brabant can raise 700. I have more men than that. I mean, I would lose their levies, but they don't actually give me many levies. We'll wait until we're feudal. Once we're feudal, we'll get rid of the tribal liege penalties, and that might make it so that they like me more. In fact, it will make it that they like me more, because I'll lose the minus 30 relations penalty. Minus 20. I've been stuck with this permanent penalty because we're tribal and they're not. Raise armies before doing it so you don't lose the levies. That is a good suggestion. Could even stick them on their capital so they immediately start sieging. Your neighbour, Queen Santaray, is one chieftain Artemis of Cabarinia. Tripolitania has given rise to the Orthodox populists. How is Tripolitania doing? Seem to be pretty happy, just chilling. Fearless Ravener. Okay, they're finally starting to lose that war now. Increased military presence, garrison size increased, and control increased in Madia. No. Hilders. Oh, that's bad. That's one of the ones we'll be fighting. Probably. Oh, sorry, I misread it. It was 23 months. Not 8. I learned Farudia's child heritage secret. Bubonic plague. Uh-oh. Stirkar has fallen ill with the plague. So people were asking whether things like the plague happened. Yes, we were just too early in the game for it to happen. We're not anymore. That's Ruthenia. Yeah, Gardariki's dead. They're down to like 600 men. A twist of fate. With the passing of King Stirkar, the future of Frisia has changed its course. We'll never know what kind of king he would have become, or if his death is a blessing or a curse to the kingdom. I wasn't electing him. You know what? Go ahead and find secrets. Oh, you can... Oh, that's not clear. I thought find secrets was just generally in the realm. Find secrets in Zeeland. I'm sure I've tried that before and it was just a generic find secrets. Faction targeting you is disbanded. They didn't last long. Could have been doing that for ages now. It just makes a heck of a lot more sense that you would do it via, you know, the other interaction, which is schemes, which is the murder scheme. That's a little bit of a weird one. Like, why would that be targeting a county as opposed to a character? Oh, one other thing I never did check was whether I could actually build anything now that we've got... Oh, we can. We can upgrade walls and defences for some reason. No, I was wondering if we would start being able to build some of the feudal economic buildings, because we did get that economic upgrade, but no, that's just tribal. And where do we have tribal stuff? Up here. So I guess it's the upgrading markets, which was the technology required. Alvor has become pregnant. That's the concubine. Stewardship perk available. Alright, we're going to cut cornerstones. Let's get some building skill. At least that makes everything cheaper, so we can make this money stretch out a bit more. My last chance. Mayor has decided to leave. Another Mordling. Off you go. Oh yeah, did my daughter come of age? You did, and you are betrothed. And the next one is still a bit away off. Number 4. Still too early to have a guardian. Secret uncovered. Hafred's child heritage. That's still not Countess Gita. Task finished. Keep going. Oh, I see. Every year you find one secret of a random character in the Zeeland court. So there's 15 characters that we're searching right now. I don't understand why this isn't just against a character. I just want to dig dirt up on her. Not her whole bloody court. Gout-ridden. Time for treatment. The time has come to treat your gout. I would recommend drastic measures, but the choice is yours. Too late for caution. Cut off the other leg. Eunuch! Oh, crap. Roggenhilder has given me a draught, which tasted most peculiar. It made me feel numb and my eyelids started drooping. I apologize, my lord, but you do not want to be awake for the next part, she said. Panic hit me and I tried to get up from the operating table, but my limbs would not obey. I thought it would be impossible to feel worse than I already did, but Roggenhilder sure proved me wrong.